half against the Toronto Raptors, playing a really good first quarter. The Bulls winning the first quarter 30-21, losing the second quarter 19-34, giving up a big run to the Toronto Raptors. We're going to talk about all that, break it down. First, got to get into the intro.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bulls news and content.
All right, Bulls fans. The Bulls played a really good first quarter in which they just looked like the better team out there. That all changed in the second quarter. We were missing shots, missing some bunnies. Haven't gotten the output we expect from DeMar DeRozan. He's only taken 2 shots so far in this game, so that bodes well for the Bulls to maybe turn it around. They gave up some big shots to Fred VanVleet, who leads all scorers with 15 points in this game so far. So attacking him defensively is going to be key. Scott Barnes. Patrick Williams is playing pretty good defense on Barnes. 4 for 11 is Barnes for 11 points. So 11 shots to get 11 points. That's really good defense. On the other side, Patrick Williams is 3 for 10 from the field. The fact that he's taking 10 shots in the first half says a lot about him being a little bit more aggressive. He's hit 3 of them, all threes that he's hit so far. He has 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block so far in his time out there. Ayo Dosunmu was also 1 for 3 from the field, and Alex Caruso was 1 for 5. We've just not been shooting the ball too well as a team. Right now, 42% shooting overall from the field, 40% from three-point range are the Chicago Bulls, and we just basically need to execute better on defense. We need to rotate out better on out on the three-point ball, but also we need better scoring from our starters. Now, the bench is coming in. They're doing their things. 19 points from the bench so far in the first half, 8 from Javonte, 2 for Derrick Jones Jr., 7 from Goran Dragic, and Dalen Terry in this game, 5 minutes played, 2 points. He's 1 for 1. He actually has a plus-minus of +5 out there. Not a lot of sample size, but it is good to seeing them getting the rook out there in a time where we do need him. Again, getting him out there early, letting him play, letting him work through things. Outside of that, I'll say this. All is not lost. It's been some very, very frustrating things from this team overall in this first half. But I would say this. They've shown enough. If they can execute pretty well, it is what it is. It is what it is. I don't know what you mean by this. I don't know if it's good or bad. P. Will's been playing good out there, though. He hasn't shot the ball all that well, but his defense on Barnes, especially point of attack defense, forcing Barnes to Barnes hit a really difficult shot. But outside of that, everything Barnes has had to get has been tough, and he's been in his face. So P. Will's playing pretty good in this one for me. Not shooting the ball well at all, but the team isn't shooting the ball well in any stretch of the imagination. More ball movement. Yes, we've seen it. When the Bulls are moving the ball, they get easy buckets. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. Billy, why the fuck you take out Dalen Terry? He's much like he did with Patrick Williams. He's building Dalen Terry's confidence up. That means that he's not going to leave him out there too long for him to mess up. So it builds that confidence. He's going to bring him back out in there for sure. I love P. Will's aggressiveness on both ends for sure. For sure. What the fuck is wrong with Ayo? He should be attacking Fred VanVleet. Why can't you not spell that man's name right? It's not that simple. Now, don't get me wrong. Fred is a what? Listen, bro, it's okay. It'll be all right. He's not playing the best defense on him right now, but it is what it is. I wouldn't agree that they're playing like absolute shit water. No, I wouldn't say they're playing like absolute. They need to tighten some things up. They had a nice little flow going there for a second, but they gave up some big runs. Definitely gave up some big runs. King Kofu says, what up, Haize? Did the Bulls travel light for this game? I see a few people. Oh, well, no. Injuries. Zach's out. Drummond's out. Kobe's out. Derrick Jones Jr. was questionable, but he ended up playing. So, yeah, no. It just is what it is. Slash and splash. Again, this is more about this team saw what it meant to this team not having health at the end of last season. Sorry, and I know it's frustrating, but especially while we had this many back-to-backs, now we don't have any back-to-backs again until almost the middle of December, so you're going to see Zach a little bit more. But no, they're going to, that $215 million investment, they're going to protect that as much as possible to make sure that they have the best look at this team in the playoffs this season. So this is a great point as well. Having Zach tomorrow ain't going to allow them to double DeMar and Vooch like this. Yeah, but this is why, with some better shooting in the second half, if Ayo, P. Will shoot better, I think we'll do better overall. And Caruso's shooting's terrible this season overall. Terrible this season. Drummond making progress, which is good. Need him. Yeah, I mean, key thing, getting everybody healthy. I see how Toronto destroyed San Antonio by 40 points. Their length is crazy. Like, literally. It's wild how and again, they don't have the greatest height, right? It's a lot of 6'8", 6'7", 6'9" guys on Toronto, but all those guys have like 7 foot, 7'1", 7'2" wingspans. It's bananas. It's bananas. Got to move the ball quicker when they double team. Billy will adjust to it in the second half. Well, Billy's adjustments sometimes are hit or miss, but we'll see. Keep the faith. Jamal in the building. Pat looking aggressive, attacking the paint. He just keeps getting blocked. Meanwhile, DeMar got a pass out of the double team quicker. Absolutely. And players have to move without the ball. They have to move without the ball. Still lacking muscle. Rebounding on both ends is hurting the Bulls. Bradley worth the look. No, he's not, because Tony Bradley's absolute trash. There's been nothing in what we've seen from Tony Bradley. And keep in mind, the Bulls are only losing the rebounding battle by 1. Let's be clear here, by 1. And we have only 1 less blocks in the Toronto Raptors. Let's not overstate what it is. His rebounding is not as bad as you're making it out to be. Pat is looking good at least. Yeah, he has to hit the shots. But I will say, Patrick Williams taking 10 shots in the first half means his confidence not been shaken from missing that open 3 at the end of the game, which is good. Isaac M. Gotta stop the turnovers. That is a very big part of what we need to do, is definitely stop at it. Yeah, all Toronto players are good defenders and good at 3 points. That's where the NBA is going, and they're all switchable. Like, literally, Toronto can switch almost every position out there. And if you can do that, and then you can guard those positions effectively, because, I mean, technically anybody can switch at any time. But when you can stay and guard those positions effectively on the switch, that's dangerous for any team, because you can throw so many different looks at teams. So many different looks. We need Tony Bradley. I'll tell you what, if our needs came down to Tony Bradley, we've already lost the battle. The battle's already lost. I'll get you that right now. Exactly. P will getting his shit slapped, and he's still looking for a shot. Yes, has not shied away from it. That's what we need. We need that from him, especially in a game where we don't have Zach. We just need him to hit the shots at better frequency. This is a winnable game. They got to lose the Butterfingers, move without the ball, and rotate better on defense. Absolutely. You got to expose Van Fleet. He's short for his position and not a good defender, which I'm surprised Io hasn't put the ball on the floor a little bit more. Now, again, Io very well missed what, he's 1 for 3 so far, and maybe just didn't want to take the offense out of rhythm. But hey, listen, we need it. We need it. We need Tony Bradley. I'm perplexed at that statement. That is a wild statement to make. That is for sure. Io had wide open shots, and he keep passing them up. We need Lonzo back. Well, no, listen. We want Lonzo back for sure, but he's not coming through that door anytime soon. Io's going to have to flash that offensive that offensive aggressiveness he flashed early in the season. He needs to get it back. Who said we need Tony Bradley? Somebody who's special, bro. Alex Lures, Juan actually left this. I disagree with this. I think we have a chance in any game, no matter who plays. If you're already saying we have no chance against these teams, then it's over with already. It doesn't matter when he sits. We have a chance against anybody when this team is fully healthy. Anybody, including the Toronto Raptors. And because we have a chance against them without Zach LaVine, that's where you sit Zach, especially when we play a back-to-back and it's our last back-to-back for a month. We don't have another back-to-back to December 10th. That's over 30 days with no back-to-backs. You get Zach LaVine this last bit of rest when you can. Y'all with these dumb trades. This is literally one of the stupidest trades I've ever seen in my life. Like this is not 2K. This is not the trade machine. That's not how any of this works. Like, what the hell is wrong with people? That's what's up, Brendan L. Jet. Noel, I think the Bulls are playing defense differently. I thought they were switching everything like the Celtics. This is just me who thought this. Well, they do different things according to different games. I think when they look at it in this one, the amount of length on the Toronto Raptors is going to make it difficult for a smaller team in the Chicago Bulls to switch as much. It just is. They're not going to, they really can't, because you can get caught on mismatches very badly against a long team like the Toronto Raptors. Throw that whole trade comment in the trash, bro. That shit is wild, bro. I love AC, but sometimes he can really be a liability on offense. He just does so much on other parts of the game, but in the half court, it gets rough. Agreed. That's why, like, when we saw Caruso being his most dangerous is when the Bulls play in transition, when they get the easy turnovers, when they get rebounds, and they get out on the break. That's why not having Drummond out there with that bench unit makes such a big difference, because when you're able to get those rebounds, and he's a good outlet passer as well, you get out on the fast break. Caruso is dangerous in transition, but half court setup shots, he's not the best. He just isn't. He hasn't been the best shooter over the course of his career. He hasn't been a volume shooter over the course of his career either. He really, at the most, averages like 5 shots a game. So you kind of got to watch out for that, right? You don't want to. That's why even starting him, and I said this in the pregame, when you start Alex Caruso at shooting guard with Zach out, at that point you're trying to make it a defensive game. You have to try to make it a defensive game, because you need to try to get out in transition to better utilize him in his passing. But when you try to make him this replacement for Zach and being in the half court, coming off screens and shooting shots, you're always going to have a mixed bag there. Always going to have a mixed bag. Io needs another son. Van Fleet is decent, but he's containable. Io should be able to shut him down. Definitely should. I agree with you. Raptors are guarding the rim very good and getting back out on our shooters quickly. That is the benefit of having good defenders that are switchable and have a lot of length out there. So, and the big homie, we don't know, right? It's really just a comfort thing. That's the only thing that's keeping Drummond out. They did an MRI, it came back clean. So it's really just when he's not feeling any soreness, because they don't want to run the risk of hurting anything else. They're playing everything safe when it comes to injuries this season. Everything. Well, Juan, that trust is not realized. Like, we got it. You can't trust him in big moments, because even in the game against Philly, he looked shocked out there. He hasn't so far, but he hasn't shown enough in the NBA level to trust him with any big time minutes. He hasn't. Now, hopefully, they need to give him more of an opportunity and chance to do so, but we haven't seen it yet. Look like that shoulder injury is affecting Haize. Oh, listen, I do so many damn episodes, bro. I've been recording all damn day. I do like the fact that the Bears and the Bulls game was staggered today. Definitely like that. But yeah. Or are they back yet? Guys, let me know when they're back from halftime. Oh, somebody just said it, game back on. All right, guys, we'll be back here for the post-game show. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. We're trying to get to our goal of 10,000 subscribers by my birthday, December 5th, so be tuned in for that. Make sure you hit that subscribe button for that. Hit the like button, all that good stuff on your way out. I'll see you guys at the post-game show right